Well, hello and welcome to ILoveGay today. And this is a double special edition. Not only are we here in Los Angeles recording live but socially distant, and it's a new edition. It's a special called Voices of LA. And how could we do the Voices of LA without having Fabrice Tasendo, the pink media partner from Los Angeles? I almost said banana.
I know you did.
We changed that a year ago.
You almost slipped on the banana that we dropped a year ago because it's now Pink Media.
Oh, you're
Hi,
good.
Matthew. Good to see you.
You too.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you. You and I have been working together for, let's just say, many years.
Many years.
And we've together we've grown up with the internet. It started with website banner ads, then email campaigns. There was the recession of the .com recession. Went through all that, and we grew the company and continued to grow up until about 2006. We sold, and after we sold, we just wanted to continue to do what we were doing in the past, which was working with clients, trying to figure out how do I reach the LGBT community online, but how do we really reach their specific community online? And that's essentially what we've been doing from 2006 onwards. And at first we said we're not restricted to our own websites. Now we work with all the other websites, which was great, right? But now it's social, and there's video, and there's just so much has evolved.
Right.
And so that's where you become, I call you the Twitter whisperer.
Well, thank you. It helps that we have a large network on Twitter with the ILoveGay brand.
Yeah. But
Really
you've really taken that ball and ran with it. I mean, a lot of the clients we're getting, they come in and say, I want to reach gay people. And then we say, hold on, let's try to figure out, is it lesbian, is it transgender, is it a little of everyone? And it all comes down to the fact that a lot of clients never even knew that they could target specifically who they're trying to reach. And that's what every time we get a client that wants to target, we bounce them over to you and you take it from there.
Well, yeah, I think in marketing there's been a major switch where hyper-targeting is really the most important part.
Yeah.
So reaching gay people is great, but are the gay people you're trying to reach, are they skiers? Are they foodies? Are they in Los Angeles? Are they in New York?
Yeah.
So with hyper-targeting, suddenly, instead of wasting all this money for people that may not be interested in your product because your product is specific, we hyper-target. And I go and whisper to Twitter. I create an audience that's specific for our client and really maximize that $100 that they're spending. Yeah. So it's not wasted.
Hopefully we're going to spend more than $100.
Right.
And
Twitter always remind me
yes.
to have a successful campaign, you want to start at a few $1,000s a month.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Usually what we do in the hundreds dollar range is testing. We try to figure out what's going to work, what doesn't, and then just kind of refine from there. But when you're talking about the targeting, it's also in the story we're telling too. And so storytelling has become a huge part of, it's kind of that combination of telling a story and getting it to the right audience. But storytelling is now not just a blog and written content, but now it's photos and of course video.
Well, videos really outperform any other type of content in social media. People respond to video. It's an object that moves and catches your eye a little better. And I was thinking of tips that our audience can use. If you create a campaign, even if you have 5 static photos and you have some text about whatever product you're trying to push, it's very easy to create a video out of this. And I do this for clients a lot, where I'll go, Facebook gives you all the tools to create that. So I'll go and create a short 17-second video on Facebook, and then I will use that video on Twitter, on Instagram, through all the other social media platforms. And that always really, really perform well.
It's the same thing, even this video that you're watching today, it's going to be not only published on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and so forth, but it's going to be special edited for each one of those platforms because they all have limitations on how long the time frame you could put it up and also the format. And I was having fun in another one. Sometimes it goes like this, and then on Instagram we're actually going to be able to make the Instagram TV that goes like a story, and we actually make a version for TikTok as well. So it's just kind of, as it evolves, our job is to just take those videos and other content and just adapt it to the medium.
Right, and I call you the IGTV whisperer because now we're also able to put our clients in front of people that watch anything through their big screen, because everything is through streaming now. So advertising on your TV screen is feasible, it's doable, which it wasn't a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Did you hear that, folks? We can actually get your ad out there on connected TVs. And there's LGBT content. There's LGBT connected TV channels and so forth that are, Reverie is a big one, but also we were just listening to Outfest, and they're creating content that's going to be more in a kind of a channel that's out there. But you're seeing a lot through Pluto, through Roku, through all these different platforms that are making themselves available on all the different various devices, which of course goes towards the big screen. And during this pandemic, people have been spending more time on their big screens.
A lot.
Yeah.
People are really hungry for content, and our audience specifically is hungry for LGBT content. So I imagine someone searching on a channel that search for LGBT, then if you're trying to advertise to that audience specifically, we're able to target that and have your message or our client's message show up there, which is pretty exciting.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, this is great, and like I said, we've been working together for years, and we're on 2 different coasts now. But you can hopefully see that we make it run smoothly. So we've got a great opportunity here to be able to work with all clients to be able to figure out like who you're trying to reach. How can we really test out some really good targeting, and then take your campaign from there.
Right.
So I'm so glad you're here. This was fun.
Thank you, and thanks for coming. I'm glad you're in LA this week.
I enjoy it. My first trip since January, so this is August now. So
Right.
hopefully we do a lot more.
Hopefully we will.
All right, you.
Take care.